Good morning, everyone, and happy Hanukkah. You know, there are 3 Jewish holidays which celebrate the Jewish people's victory over an evil regime that tried to destroy us. Of course, there's Passover, Pesach, when we defeated the Egyptians and Pharaoh. There is Purim, where we overcame Haman and Achashverosh in Persia. And then there's Hanukkah, which we celebrate the victory over Antiochus and the Syrian Greeks. But each holiday is celebrated differently. Passover, the commandment is to eat the matzah. Purim, the commandment is to hear the Megillah. And Hanukkah, the commandment is to light the menorah. And the reason is because they represent the 3 senses. Passover is the sense of taste, eating the matzah. Purim is the sense of hearing, listening to the reading of the Megillah. And Hanukkah, it's the sense of sight, of vision, of perspective, or insight. Now, when we talk about insight, King Solomon says, Ner Hashem, the candle of God, Nishmat Adam is the soul of man. The true flame, the true menorah, is the inner menorah, the menorah of the light of our soul. And just like every night of Hanukkah, we have to increase additional lights. Last night, 1 candle was sufficient. But tonight, to do the mitzvah, we need 2 candles. And tomorrow night, we'll need 3. So too, the message of the menorah is that we have to increase the light of our soul. We have to kindle more and more flames to spread and shed more and more light. And when we talk about light, we don't only mean physical light. When we talk about sight, we don't only mean spiritual sight. Physical sight, we mean spiritual sight. There are people who are in daylight, but they're blind. And then there are people who are in darkness, and they have vision and perspective and sight. There's a famous story of Yehuda Avner, who was once visiting the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And he asked the Rebbe, what is the role of a Rebbe? And the Rebbe said, every Jew, every person has a flame. But when you look at a candle, it's a lump of wax with a thread running through it. But it only becomes a candle when you ignite it with fire. Then it serves its purpose. So too, everyone has a body, like the wax, and everyone has a soul, which is like the thread. But until you take the flame of Torah, of love, of Judaism, and ignite that flame, that wick, it doesn't serve its purpose as a candle. What we have seen since October 7th is the flame of Judaism, but the flame within every Jewish soul. We've seen Jews in Israel and around the world ignite and become passionate about their Judaism, about their love for Israel, about their faith in God. And that is the mitzvah of Hanukkah. We say the blessing every night, Lahadlik Ner, to kindle the flames of the menorah. And someone once pointed out that the word kindle, the first 4 letters, is kind. The way we kindle the flames of others is not through judgment, not through criticism, not through shame and blame and rejection, but through love and kindness and understanding and acceptance. Not through elimination, but through illumination. And that's what we've seen, so much kindness, so much love, where we've recognized now more than ever that despite what may be the exterior facade of any individual, within every one of us, within every Jew, there's a beautiful flame of love for one another, of love for God, of love for Judaism, of love for Israel. And this flame is burning so brightly in the Jewish people like never before. It's a story told about Rabbi Aryeh Levine, who is known as the Tzaddik of Jerusalem, that he was once walking down the street when he saw one of his former students coming down the street towards him. He was so excited to see him, but when the young man saw the rabbi, he crossed the street. The rabbi ran after him and said, "Did I ever offend you or hurt you? Why did you try to avoid me?" And the young man said, "Rabbi, I was embarrassed because I'm no longer religious. I didn't have my kippah on my head, and I didn't want you to see me." And the rabbi looked at him and said, "You know, I'm a very short man. I can't see what's on top of your head. The only thing I can see what's in your heart. Let us see what's in each other's hearts. The flame of love, of goodness, of light, of kindness. Let us kindle our own flame and the flame of one another with the first four letters of the word kindle, kindness, kind. And through the kindness that we're all experiencing, may the light of Hanukkah and the light of the Jewish people overwhelm the darkness of the world. And may we celebrate miracles in these days as we did in the time of the victory of Hanukkah. Have a wonderful Shabbos and happy Hanukkah.